Ladies and gentlemen, you're probably asking yourself, what game is this? Well, let me tell you, this is Bloodborne, my favorite Sony game and Sony's least favorite Sony game. And this is my world record to see how fast I could kill myself within Bloodborne. Why have I chosen to speedrun my own demise rather than the full game, you may be asking? Maybe it's because I'm a masochist, or maybe it's because a full speedrun is really difficult. The game is hard, after all. Have you tried playing this game recently and making something that even closely resembles a carbon-based life form within the character creator? Last time I tried, I made a human, but it looked like his face was a brown paper bag with all the air sucked out of it. But let's set up the main ground rule here. The killing blow must be dealt by my hands only, so I can't stand next to an enemy and let them smack me to death, because that would be considered an assisted suicide. Maybe there's a current speedrunning category for that, but that's not what I'm doing right now. But yeah, I really like speedrunning. I've always had an interest in it. I love watching it. However, actually doing it requires an extreme dedication to one specific game. And my brain kind of feels like a pinball machine with how fast everything moves in here. And I can't retain focus on one thing for more than a day. Every day within a week, I am obsessed with something new. So that makes it difficult. But I have been playing Bloodborne since it came out, so it seemed like the best choice, other than Peggle, maybe. Phantom Dust is a good one too. I'm always looking for new ways to revisit Yharnam, and while I always eventually do, my time seems to become more and more limited with it, because every minute my PS4 is turned on means I'm one more minute closer to accidentally committing arson on my own home. Maybe by the time my console blows up, the Bloodborne remake on the PlayStation 6 will release, but until then, my remaining curiosity for how much juice I can squeeze out of this wet rag of a game is keeping me going. You know, the PlayStation 4 kind of reminds me of myself a little bit, staying alive for very few reasons with a chance to combust into flames at any given moment. Luckily, I can practice that explosion of myself in this game, and look, what do you know, a world record comes out of it too. 1 minute and 34 seconds, that's pretty impressive, don't you think? Now, I'm sure you're thinking to yourself why this horrible video is still not over yet. Well, I wasn't satisfied with the record that I got, so I set out to get another one within the same very day, actually. And I did, with quite a big difference too. And you know, this is where discussion can start on just how much damage one should be able to take for it to still be considered a suicide speedrun. All discussion is welcome, but all I have to say is that no one killed themselves without some trauma beforehand. And you know, the main thing that I really loved out of this whole experience is that treating games nowadays seems like a second job for most of us. You know, if you're like me, I just want to play and get through every single thing I can for the experience, because I am an insatiable media-consuming monster. Or maybe you buy battle passes in Fortnite, I don't know. But what was really nice about this is that I got to just sit here and kind of slow down and explore this game's first area as much as I could to see, you know, the best routes I could get to my goal, which was ending my life. But it reminds me of, for example, going through the Cantina hub world in the original LEGO Star Wars game, where you're just walking around, just living up the atmosphere and vibing with it. You are hanging out and living within the game, which is really cool. And I really enjoyed that. And look, what do you know? 1 minute and 11 seconds it took this time. What a difference getting slapped by a werewolf in the ass can do. I did it. There you go. If you are interested in attempting this speedrun, or you have beaten mine, please let me know in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching. I'll be sure to see you in the next one. Goodbye.